Have you ever had something fun happen to you when you least expected it? Did you ever experience a really bad day to then have something really cool happen to you by the end of it? They say everything happens for a reason, that every now and then we're thrown obstacles just to be tested, and that we then are rewarded if we pass. They say that a simple switch of thought can completely change what comes next. This is a little story about my trip home from London and how the universe really can work in interesting ways. The last night in London with Alicia, we decided not to vlog everything like we usually do, so we only brought one camera. We went Christmas shopping, we ate at Rainforest Cafe. We went on this spontaneous bus ride. Then she left back to the States early that morning after.
Goodbye. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.
And then, as some of you guys know who watched the vlog, I went to Warner Brothers studio tour and it was an insanely magical day.
This is the real deal.
Hey guys, just on my way to Hogwarts. But then, as the evening/night came, I started getting ready for my flight back to Sweden.
I'm so happy I got Hedwig.
So before going to sleep, I just made sure I had everything prepared. I looked at important emails. My trip was booked through Kiwi.com, right? And in my booking confirmation and in my e-ticket, it clearly said that Kiwi.com had checked in online for me. I didn't have to do anything, and that a boarding pass would be sent to me. And I hadn't received a boarding pass, which was weird because on the trip here from Sweden, they did exactly that. They sent me a boarding pass. But I still went to Ryanair to try to check in myself. And I couldn't check in myself, but I was like, okay, you know, it says here that they've checked in for me, so I'll just go to bed. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. Suitcase ready, which, oh my gosh, I am scared that it'll be overweight, but no, it'll be fine. It's gonna go smooth. It'll like be precisely 20 kilos. I swear. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be 20.00. Yeah, guys, I'm ready to leave. Bye bye, hotel. You've been good to us, pretty, not just pretty bad too, but yeah. Will I fit? Will I fit? Left the hotel. Bye, hotel. I took the Stansted Express to Stansted Airport. And when I get to the airport, I get to the Ryanair section of the bag drop and everything like that, and it was very confusing as to where to go and to which counter to walk up to, which line to get into. Like, I'm used to traveling, but that was just confusing. So I went to one line and it took forever. It was pretty much standing still, and then I realized that it was a customer service one. So I just quickly changed lines. I didn't have all the time in the world, but I was on time. So when I got up to the counter, I handed her my phone that had my e-ticket on it and my passport. And she goes, as expected, this isn't a boarding pass. I'm like, I know, and I try to explain the situation. And she was like, sorry, I can't do anything, I'm really sorry. But then after a while, she tried to check in for me. Nope, she couldn't. She's like, I can't check in, it doesn't work. So she says, all you can do right now is walk over to the customer service line. And I look over, holy crap. That line was so long, it was not moving at all. I realized what time it is, and I told her, if I do that, I will miss my flight. And I start freaking out. No, there's no way in the world that I'm gonna be on my flight if I get in that line. And also, I had already been in that line before. So she tells me, just quickly get in front of everyone. So yeah, she told me to get in front of the line, and so I did, because I was told to do so. So I get to that line, and I see the people waiting, and I go, I am so sorry, I know this sucks, seeing someone get in front of you. This and this is this, blah, 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 blah. This lady told me to do so over in that bag drop thing. And and there was a couple, and they got really mad at me, and he was just rude. Like, you don't treat a person that way. Putting himself somewhere above me and really ridiculing me and really being just so freaking rude. I started to cry. Guys, you gotta understand, like, this was I was missing my flight, and then what did I do? I actually let him and his girlfriend, or whatever she was, get in front of me. Did he thank me? No, he did not. So I heard him talk loudly to his girlfriend about me. He was really trying to make me hear what he said. Well, every single person in this line is hating that freaking girl right now. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. After I let them pass, the person behind started being rude as frack as well. Where is the love? Where is the understanding? And that lady told me that she'd already missed her flight. So I'm thinking to myself, then what's your freaking rush? You have all the time in the world right now. You already missed your flight. Like, my flight is leaving in freaking an hour. I have a shot here. And so I let her pass too, because I was nice, and I was like, okay, I'm missing my flight for this, but finally, the lady behind, she actually cared. She stepped in and told me that people can be so rude sometimes. Like, I totally understand, and that made me happy. She was an actual person, an actual human being with feelings. I was crying while this was happening, but I was like, I don't freaking care. Well, these people don't know me, whatever. And then, after a long while, I finally get up to the counter, and that lady in that counter, she was also very helpful and kind. And she was like, I don't care about that freaking line. They've already missed their flights. They can wait. Yes! Hallelujah! As soon as she found out that it was Kiwi, she immediately got irritated and said, I can't with them anymore. They always do this. They never send out the right information to the airline. There was actually no way that I could check in myself. So I had done everything right. She told me that I needed to contact Kiwi to fix this. Well, that wasn't stated in the email. I wasn't gonna get on this flight. And I tell her, I'm so sorry, I'm crying. And she's like, honestly, that's all I want to do today too. I just want to cry. And she goes, well, I found you another flight, and it is at 8 p.m. So it was 10 a.m. in the morning, right? And my flight was supposed to leave 10:35. And it was so ironic because I was there, but I couldn't do anything about it. My flight hadn't left yet. So I had to wait there all day. And also, the flight I was supposed to take would land right in my town. And it would be a 15-minute bus ride from the airport to my freaking door if I got on that flight. But this flight at 8 p.m. would land in Stockholm Skavsta, which is a long car drive, and it would land at 11:30 something. I realized then that, okay, I'm missing an entire day in Sweden. I had this plan to celebrate Lucia with my family and stuff. I guess not. She also tells me that it will be 100 pounds. I had just about nothing left on my bank account. And I tell her I don't have that money. So I call my dad on Facebook Messenger. I tell him that he needs to send me money and that I'll explain later. I'm missing my flight, whatever, I'm crying. So yeah, I had a new boarding pass. I remember walking through the airport, like crying, trying to stop crying. I went to a cafe to sit down, and I called my mom. So at that cafe, I sat down and I was like, Josie, we're gonna have a really good day. We're gonna tap into this. I'm gonna get videos edited. And it's going to be this amazing thing when I turn something bad into something good. And so I did. I started editing. I started talking to a girl that sat next to me, and she had like an even worse situation than me, and her phone was broken. And after having been there for a few hours, I went to another place and ate some lunch. Then finally I made my way to bag drop. At first there was no one working at any of the counters when I got there, so I went up to weigh in my suitcase. And I didn't bring a luggage scale to London, so I had no idea what my luggage was gonna weigh. The maximum weight was 20 kilos. This is what happened. That's not the craziest part. I haven't even gotten there yet. Do you remember earlier in this video at the hotel, perhaps? Something about a prediction about what the bag would weigh?
It'll like be precisely 20 kilos. I swear. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be 20.00. It was exactly 20 kilos. I'm scared. I even put out a few random things towards the end, just like a notebook and 2 other things. And it's exactly 20. I don't know, it's 20.00. Like, how does that happen? I think that's definitely a synchronicity. Like, after everything went downhill today, that's a sign, a good sign.
It's a manifestation right there, guys. I just knew that it would be 20 kilos, and it was. After that point, I was like, okay, this is a really good day. Like, something even more amazing is coming my way, you know, whatever. So I checked in and finally left my bag, went through security. Everything was jolly and nice. Not only did I edit 1 video, but I edited 2 videos that day, and it just felt great. I went to Leon's a little bit later to get the vegan Christmas wrap, which was delicious.
And vegan wrap.
Oh, thank you very much.
And then I went to the gate to board the flight.
Wow, guys, after a long day, I'm finally making it on a plane.
I get on the flight, minding my own business. I'm trying to get my heavy freaking camera backpack onto the overhead compartment, and someone had to help me because I had a camera in my other hand, trying to like get it up without dropping my camera, you know. Hashtag travel vloggers relate. And while I was doing that, I hear someone shout my name. I hear, Josephine! And I look over to where the sound came from, and a girl is sitting there waving to me, smiling, and it's my friend Maria. So I was like, no way. I just stood there trying to take in what was happening, and I'm like, what? So we started talking during the flight and stuff, catching up a little bit because we hadn't seen each other in quite a while. You know what's so even more crazy about this is Maria is like the only other person here, at least in my town that I know, that practices the law of attraction and believes in stuff like that and believes in magic in the universe, you know, crazy stuff that I believe in.
They say everything happens for a reason, that every now and then we're thrown obstacles just to be tested, and that we then are rewarded if we pass. They say that a simple switch of thought can completely change what comes next.
Oh my gosh, I have arrived in winter. I have arrived in the North Pole. Am I pointing at the right person? Okay. Oh my god, how crazy is this? I know. What? This is a good sign. I was supposed to go on this plane. Oh my gosh! Maria! The one and only. Ah! She was like, Josephine! I was like...
So we were like, we are just drawn to each other. And guess what? When we got off the flight, our suitcases were right next to each other on the freaking conveyor belt. Ah! My grandpa and dad was so nice to come and get me in a freaking snowstorm.
More fun! Yeah. Wow. Snow.
Coincidence or not, it made me happy, and it made me sit back and realize that everything really does happen for a reason. When bad things happen, just keeping in mind that everything does happen for a reason and something great is gonna come out of this, that just helps so much. You know, like, I wasn't supposed to be on that first flight. I wouldn't have edited those 2 videos probably at home in Sweden. No way would I have been that productive. And I wouldn't have met her on the flight, and the 20 kilo suitcase thing is just... And also, this video right now wouldn't have been this video. It might have been a really boring vlog. Who knows? It probably actually wouldn't even have made this video at all if it wasn't for that travel agency making me miss my flight. We really can change everything with a flip, a switch of thought. What we imagine we do create, and a positive outlook on things can totally freaking switch and change everything that's about to come. However, if you're new here, hello, I'm Josie. I make videos about adventure, living your dreams today, travel, my life. Hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you don't miss anything. That's super cool and dope. I just want you to live your best life possible, and that's what I'm doing with my life. So, until next time, venture out and live your dream today.